Hello, everybody. Today I'm here with another Disney Heroes Battle Mode hero concept, and today I've created SHENZI, BANZAI, and Ed from The Lion King. So let's take a closer look at them. I have never made a trio before, so this was my first one. And man, it just took so long. I had to spend so much time just putting in all the detailing. And this was really my opportunity to work on that fur texture, but after getting through all of this in and of itself, I was like, I can't do any more. I spent so much time on this, I just need to be done with it. But I am pretty proud of how it looks, regardless of that. I think each of their personalities shines through here in this image, and I really do think they would stand side by side like this in-game, pretty similar to how Simba and Nala look. And yeah, in terms of the amount of work, just look at Ed by himself, because that is pretty much the amount of work I put into a normal hero concept, I would say. Now add BANZAI and SHENZI to that overall amount of work I need to do. And it takes a very long time. And I even made like different shades of gray for each of them to kind of make them differentiate from one another. And I kind of just took it in a process where I did all of Ed, and then I did all of BANZAI, and then I did all of SHENZI. Although I did like all their noses and all their hair and everything at first, and then I kind of just went one by one. So like an entire day was spent on Ed, and then BANZAI took the least amount of time for sure. And then today I went through and did SHENZI, and that took a long time as well. Probably competing for the same amount of time as Ed had, just because she has so much detail in her too. But yeah, I just think it's really cool to have this trio. I've thought about it for a very long time, for at least a couple of years, that it would be really cool to have these characters. And we haven't had any Lion King representatives in a very long time. And I think these would be the perfect ones to get. We pretty much have every other main character. And it's also been a very long time since we got even a duo, let alone a trio. I think there's only 2 in the game in total. So it would be cool to get another one for sure. But yeah, without further ado, let's start going through the skills. First and most obviously, we need to have something where they are laughing. I'd imagine it just gives them a buff, like attack up or something, you know. Nothing too crazy, but it's such an iconic part of not only a hyena, but, you know, for these characters in the movie, they laugh so often about everything. It obviously makes sense to put it in a move. I also really love this clip of BANZAI and Ed kind of fighting. I think it shows both of their personalities greatly. BANZAI being a bit more short-tempered, while BANZAI is Ed is just crazy all the time. And then when he like gnaws on his foot, maybe that could be a move somehow. I don't know. It was kind of hard to find moves, if I'm being honest, but I do like the animation for this kind of stuff. And I feel like they could translate into something. I'm just not entirely sure what. I also have this clip of BANZAI having these cactus prickles in him, and he shoots them out at Ed. I think that'd be a pretty feasible thing he could do. I'm noticing now that I had a lot of stuff for BANZAI and Ed. SHENZI's kind of just like the leader, but she doesn't have any specific animations of her doing a whole lot. But she is, like, I think she's nice to just have up in front, and maybe she's the one doing most of the basic attacks or something. But the final, or I guess not the final, but I also have one from the final scene where it is really their showcase of attacking with Scar. And I think a cool move would have just a few more of the hyenas come in and attack the enemies. I don't know if it's one of those where they just run across the stage, or if they maybe target in on one specific character and like ambush that one, because that would make more sense in terms of the animation here with Scar. But I don't even necessarily think that these 3 need to be a part of that. I just think we have a few other hyenas come in and do that for them. And the last thing I want to say is just this is a cool animation and a pretty big part of their introduction, but I had a hard time thinking of moves. Anything from this could maybe be translated into a move, other than just kind of like stalking Simba and Nala, but I don't really have any other ideas based off of that. But let me know what you think. Moving on to the friendships. I think the most obvious would just be like Simba and Nala, and I actually would like to see that. I really like the kind of dynamic between those characters. And then even just like Scar would be fine. And then in terms of other characters, I was thinking like Quackerjack might be able to make them laugh, and it's a fellow villain. You know, someone who could make them laugh, or a trio maybe like Gerald, Marlin, and Nemo, or Huey, Dewey, and Louie. You know, something like that. But yeah, I was trying to think of other characters that make them laugh. Quackerjack just made the most sense to me because it's like a clown character, but I can't think of any more that really have that. I guess Mike Wazowski's kind of like the comedian aspect, so maybe that, but I don't know about that. But that would be kind of funny too, I think. So this is the season finale here. Like I said, I made a trio for the first time, and that was supposed to be a big thing. Now, I'm going to talk about this here and also in my recap of Season 3 that will be this coming Sunday. I don't think I'll be doing like a Season 4 in terms of how I've been doing it through the past 3 seasons, where I had episodes weekly come out every Sunday. I think a better way to do it would just be to put one out if I've made something, and if I haven't made anything, then it's just regular videos, not the hero concepts. I don't necessarily plan on ending hero concepts, and if I did another 10, then I probably would still do like a Season 4 recap or whatever, but I just don't think it will be in the same style where it's weekly and you guys can expect it, 10 episodes in full, back to back, So I think that makes the most sense. If you really love this, I apologize for that, but I also don't plan on ending, so I think you should be happy with that at least. Because if I were to try to do it like this again, I think it would probably burn me out to the point where I wouldn't want to do it anymore. But I still have ideas for stuff, and I still have characters I want to make, and obviously you guys have characters you want to see too. I will say, I do have a membership. If you want a character just guaranteed to be made, become a member, suggest a character, and I will guarantee make it. It doesn't matter what the character is, I promise. But anyways, I really like how Shenzi, Banzai, and Ed turned out. I hope you do as well, and I hope this was exciting enough for a season finale. Let me know what other characters you would want to see after this. It may be a while before the next one. I'm really not sure. It could be next week for all I know. It just depends. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.